Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm joined by TheGinna Gaming to do a review of Hades on the Xbox consoles. How are you, good sir?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me again.
No worries, no worries. So we'll jump straight in with the information about the game, and then we'll get on to what we thought of it. Now, this was released on the Xbox on the 12th of August, 2021. It's published and developed by Supergiant Games, who have been gracious enough to give us a review copy to do this video. So, huge thank you to them for that. Now, it costs £20.99 on the store, which I think is an absolute steal in itself, but it is also included with Game Pass. So yeah, there's no reason you shouldn't be playing this game. Now, this basically the bio is defy the god of the dead as you hack and slash out of the underworld in this roguelike dungeon crawler from the creators of Bastion. Now, how much have you managed to play this game? Obviously, it's a very sort of a loop sort of game. As you die, you try again, sort of thing. So, how many runs have you managed to get in so far?
A lot. I'm not as high as other people. I seem to get quite far on every run. But I think I'm up to close to 20 runs now.
Nice,
I've
nice.
managed to do each weapon through the first level, and then I've done half the weapons through the second area. But not haven't completed Elysium yet. So yeah, it's good. Really good.
Yeah, I agree. Like I say, I mean, I am not a big roguelike fan, so this is why I've asked you to come on and do this review with me because I didn't think it was fully fair to me to fully judge it. But to be fair, I've had such a good time with this game. It's really fun to play, and it also for people who don't particularly like sort of these sort of genres of games, it does have like a god mode, which makes it easier. And every time you die, you sort of get a buff to help you progress on the next run and stuff like that, which I thought was really nice that they put that in. And it like I say, it opens it up to those people that don't really like the sort of hardcore sort of roguelike gameplay that it has.
Yeah, absolutely. I've kind of jumped into it knowing little about the game other than it's a game where if you die, you restart. And previously, those haven't been games that have appealed to me. But my brother was actually playing it, and my brother's a kind of a no-nonsense gamer. He plays his Call of Duty Warzone, he plays a couple of other games, and that's about it. And he couldn't stop raving about how good this game is. He's put over 27 hours into it since release, which is a lot for somebody who normally only plays Call of Duty. So I gave it a go, and I can see why a lot of outlets give this game of the year last year. It's fantastic, and it's kind of opened my eyes to, like you were saying, the roguelike genre has really made me interested in those type of games.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Like I say, it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the art style is it's like eye popping. It stands out, and it just like the colours are really bright yet dark at the same time. So they pop on the screen at you. And honestly, yeah, and I just think it plays so fluidly. And like when I think of roguelites, I think of like Dark Souls and stuff like that. And this doesn't remind me anything of them, in my opinion, from playing both. I've enjoyed this like so much more than sort of Dark Souls I ever enjoyed when I was playing them. So I can't complain in that sense.
Absolutely. I think when you think of a roguelike game, you're thinking janky controls where if you misplace something or do like one button wrong, you're going to get punished for it. Whereas on this, it's so fluid, fast, fun to play. Graphics are phenomenal. And one thing I really enjoy is you think when you're going to be dying over and over and over again, you're going to be repetitive. I like the chambers regenerate each time they're different.
Yep.
Also, the dialogue. So each time you go to somebody and talk to them after you've died, it's different dialogue every time. I haven't come across a single repetition. Each one is well voiced. It's incredible how much they know you're going to die and keep going back and have this dialogue over and over, but it doesn't repeat itself, and that's excellent.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with it. And what you've said there, it's literally opened my eyes. Like I said, I would normally not sort of try these games, but since playing this, I've looked at like Death's Door, and I'm looking into sort of other sort of indie, um, sort of roguelike games as well. Because like I say, it totally changed my sort of expectation to what I was going to get into. So I can see why it's game of the year for last year. Like I say, I can imagine playing this on the Switch and stuff was fantastic. And I could see why they could have like jumped in and go. Now, is this available on cloud gaming?
I believe it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't tried it on there yet, but I believe you can play it on xCloud. You need good reactions, so I'm not sure how much your internet's going to affect the gameplay.
No, but I could imagine playing it on the go would be fun, like for quick sort of 10-15 minute runs and stuff like that, depending on how good you are.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about this game. It's not one of the ones you need to sit there and put hours and hours aside, especially, when you're at a certain level, you're going through to grind for keys or for XP, and if you don't get the boons, which are like, the gods bestowing their gifts upon you to make you more powerful, if you don't get the right boons, you're not going to complete the game, so you'll jump in, grind through, get whatever type of item it is you need, and then, you'll kind of die and go back to the start again, but you're not upset about it. That's what you went in for. You went in knowing you're not going to complete the game on that run, but you're going to get something that will help you the next time. It's bizarre how they've made that appealing. Most game, if I gave you a game and said, right, you're going to play this for 40 minutes to an hour, but you're not going to achieve anything towards the main game, but you're going to get some more XP, you'd be like, oh, that sounds a bit grindy.
Yeah.
But you'll play this and you'd be like, absolutely, that's the point of the game. Jump in. Yeah,
exactly.
It feels so natural. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought when I was reading it, like, 'cause I read a few reviews before I ever actually played it, and I was worried about what you were saying there, like the repetitiveness of just dying and respawn. I was like, that doesn't sound like an exciting game, but it really is, and the combat is great. Do you know what I mean? And getting like unlocking all the extra weapons, and like they all seem to play in different sort of styles. Like using the bow and arrow and stuff is like a totally different experience to using the sword, like the starting sword. So you end up playing in a totally different style. So, and it also means if you don't get on with one of the sort of weapon styles, you can literally just swap it up on another run and try it doing it totally differently, which works.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you have the shield, for example, which allows you to block the heavy guy's attacks, but no other weapon allows you to do that. And then you have the spear, like you said, and the sword, where certain projectiles, if you hit at the right time, you destroy the projectiles. And other weapons don't do that. So each weapon's kind of different and suits you. You have the one that turns into like a machine gun or a mortar for its special. And yeah, it's just such a variety of weapons and styles for you to try. It's excellent. I mean, the only other game I've enjoyed where it's designed for you to die this much and keep going back was Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Where you don't mind dying on that again and again and again and restarting. But yeah, this is the only other game since then where I've had that. I don't mind dying repeatedly and going back to it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. And like I say, if you're into like your sort of best sort of quality of games, this is optimized for Xbox Series X and S, so you get the 4K and the 60 FPS. It does have smart delivery with Xbox One consoles, and you can also play it on PC as well. So it's on sort of all the Xbox platforms, PC, cloud, all the consoles. So there's no reason you don't check this out at the moment. Like I say, I mean, if you are like wary like I was about what it's going to play like, give it a go on Game Pass first, have a try, and honestly pick it up after that. Because like I say, you'll be honestly be surprised how fun and enjoyable it is, even if you're not really a roguelike sort of fan. I was anyway. I've enjoyed this more than most games of that genre, and I honestly blown away by how much I enjoyed it. I thought I'd play it for like an hour, and then I'd be like, I'm not going to play this again. But honestly, I've kept going back to it bit by bit. So
yeah, 100%. This has become one of my quick go-to games. Where if I'm sat there thinking, what do I want to play, and nothing jumps out, it's this or Art of Rally. I just chuck it on and lose myself for an hour, 2 hours, and yeah, it's an incredible game. Definitely worth checking out.
yeah, and one of the best indie games on Xbox this year as well. Definitely up in top 10 for me, if not higher. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's one of the best indie games and also one of the best games to release on Xbox this year. I know it was Game of the Year for a lot of outlets last year, and to be honest, it would probably be a contender again if it had released this year as well. It's fantastic.
yeah. So thank you very much for joining me today to just discuss this pretty awesome indie game. If you've liked this video, please hit the like and subscribe. We're inching ever closer to 400 subs, so just hit the little button. And also check out TheGinna's YouTube channel. You can find a link to it on our YouTube channel, or just search for TheGinna Gaming. And he posts up reviews, all sorts of stuff. Know your creator, and he's got some new shows coming this week as well. So just keep your eye out for them. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.